Yeah, man. It's like so
Thank
instead
you.
of going 75
Okay,
all the
folks,
way, you
we're
just
gonna
break
get
off
going
to
again.
275, get through Tampa, and we're right
The
up.
greatest
to
ice cream
275.
maker in the
And then
world
you hop right back on this.
is not going to be up next, but he's going to go.
I'll substitute. So, any candy bar in the world, you can make the way we're going to make this, and we'll also figure out how to make a recipe on the counter of your table, so you don't waste a. I got an email here this morning, coincidentally, at about 6:45, right before I left, and it says, "Hi Jeff, I ordered your book a few months back and have a question for you. I have been watching the Emery Thompson videos. During one video, you mentioned that you would show the class how to know if you have come up with a mix that's good enough to test in the machines. My assumption is that you would be using about 1 quart mix and calculating flavors with your best guess and tasting. Could you tell me if I am correct and guide me to know?" Well, it's a good question, because my book has 20 some odd recipes, and you can actually run a store for the next 5 years on those recipes. I did, and they're all perfect, great recipes. But there's going to come a day when you want to make your own recipe. You're going to want to make something Caribbean, right? Or whatever. And you're going to want to make something Asian. And you're going to want to make, who knows what you're going to want to make. So today, I need the freezer. I got to get something from the freezer. So today, about 3 weeks ago in the store, I was walking actually through Sam's Club, and I saw PayDay. I love PayDay candy bars. And I thought, boy, I'd like to make ice cream out of PayDay. Well, it's simple as can be. It's just like Snickers and Mars bars and Three Musketeers and Milky Way and Kit Kat, any of them. You can grab any of them, Baby Ruth, any candy bar on the shelf, and here's what you do. You take the box of candy bars, and you have your able-bodied assistant unwrap them while they're room temperature and cut them up into small pieces. Let's see if they did it good. They took these are PayDays, and all they did was take them and put them into 3 pieces per bar, and then they froze them last night. They did this last night. So our goal, in order to make PayDay ice cream, is to infuse the mix that Rob so generously supplied. We need to infuse it with PayDay candy bars. Now, any other store would take these pieces, put them in the machine, put in the mix, and turn it on. And what they would get would be vanilla ice cream with pieces of PayDay in it. That's crap. And you're all, sorry, and you're all going to make much better ice cream than that. Certainly the people who took my class already know how to do this, but let's see how we're going to do it. The secret of doing this is not grinding it up in a blender or a Cuisinart or even a Vitamix. It's not going to work. A company called, oh, you're going to bring it over here? A company called Ninja, brilliant. They decided that every blender in the world has the 3 props on the bottom grinding things up. And if you've ever put anything in there, you know that it doesn't do a good job. I had a Vitamix that we paid $560 for, and I sold it about a month ago for $50 because it's as useless as a blender. The Ninja people came up with this: 6 blades running the length of the container. And the way the blades are shaped and made, they suck the stuff into a vortex. So it enables you to chop this stuff up and make powder out of it. It's brilliant. And I got to tell you, I've made a lot of money from these blenders. I have 5 of them. Even though they don't break, I'm still on 1. The top. Now, the only downside, which doesn't bother me in the least, is it makes a lot of noise grinding this stuff up. So you'll have to bear with me. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. Look what we've got. Look what you've got. You have powder from PayDays. If you could buy this, somebody smart, well, maybe me, would go into business and do Snickers and Kit Kat and Baby Ruth and have a whole line of them and sell them wholesale at 5 times the price in bags. There's your business. I'll buy from you. No, I won't. So look, watch this as it happens. Check this stuff out. Now, you think you're going to get vanilla ice cream with peas? No, you're going to get ice cream that is PayDay. God bless these people. It doesn't work with anything else. I own a Cuisinart, I've got a KitchenAid, I had blenders, and I had a Vitamix. And nothing worked. This works. These are $100 available right now.
That's all they are.
They are $100. They go on sale for $89 sometimes. And don't get the ones with all the fancy extra things and attachments. You don't need it. This is it. By the way, you can
that on live TV.
You can hear when it's done. You hear the chunks still grinding up, and that's true with all of them, Snickers and everything else. Listen to the noise. You can hear the chunks, and you can hear when they stop, and you know you're ready. There. Done. Now check this out. And what have you got here? You've got essence of PayDay.
You just made that up.
And that's it. And you know what we're going to add to this? Nothing. Nothing. That's right, I'll get it.
Sorry. Okay,
So we've got 2 quarts of PayDay powder. Now I never made this here before, and I didn't bring my recipe cards because I don't care. We'll wing it. So in order to wing it, why don't we combine making this with showing you how to create a recipe on your counter? Right? That's a good thing. So that you don't have to waste cream like that girl said you might. So all we'll do is we'll start off with 8 ounces. All of a sudden I have an assistant. It's a 3-man deal here. We'll start off with 8 ounces. You need a measuring cup?
Yes, sir.
8 ounces of cream. The goal is whether you have a 6-quart machine or a 24-quart machine, the goal is to come up with your numbers so that you can automatically throw it in the machine without having to think, is it to this, to that, to this, to that. So what I came up with, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Is I start with 8 ounces of what's going to be in there anyway. And that's 8 ounces of cream. I call it cream. It's ice cream mix. We'll do this rough, but you'll know how to do it scientifically.
I can go grab it. There's still some left in there.
What you want to do is you want to see by adding this to this when it tastes good to you, when it's what you want. And then we'll do the math. Now, in the store, I have real measurers, you know, like a teaspoon, a tablespoon. Here, sort of in the dinosaur age, we have to use this. But it's okay, it'll work. You don't, nah, he doesn't know. So what we'll do is we'll start with 1, 2, 3. We'll start with 3, okay? And then we'll mix it up, and of course I would whisk it. Work under such conditions here, it's unbelievable. You probably work under better conditions in the Caribbean, right? Sure, you got all the modern conveniences, like measuring spoons. A whisk, right. So now somebody remember, how many spoonfuls? 3, don't forget that. Very important. Oh no, not yet. So let's go another 2. So we'll go
Jack.
1,
Zoom in.
2. And because I'm the only one tasting it, I can double dip. I don't advise you to do that. Because the particles are so small, it's actually dissolving in here, which is what's going to give us PayDay cream. Now we'll taste it again. What do you got?
Lemon ice.
Ah, we're getting there. You can definitely taste the difference. We have how many? 5. Let's go. Let's go with 6, 7, 8.
8 scoops for 8 ounces.
Oh.
Here we go.
We pay for the best assistants here.
Exquisite mathematicians.
Now also remember that my mixing it here won't get it the same as mixing it in there will, because I'm mixing it 20 revolutions a minute. They're mixing it 234 a minute. Just testing here. So now let's see what we got. How many scoops? 8, right? Two more and we're done. I don't even have to taste it, but 2 more and we're done. So 2 more. 1, 2. And I know we're done. I know that's good. Because it was good with 8. I always like things a little more. So now, how are we going to know how much to put in there? Well, any 5th grader knows that. Any 5th graders here? No. How many scoops did we use? 10. Let's see what 10 is. You know where we're going with this, right? You're a winemaker. 1, 2, 3. It's exactly what we're going to do. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll weigh the scale with this so we'll know. Okay, you know that much.
Terrible.
We'll zero it, put this on, zero it again, and we'll see what we got. We have 3.5 ounces of PayDay. Okay, think about it. 3.5 ounces of PayDay. 8 ounces of mix. Let's times it by 4, obviously, because we want to get to a common ground. The common ground will be a quart. All your machines are going to take quarts, however many quarts they are. So we multiply it times 4, which gives us 1 quart of mix. We multiply this times 4, which gives us 14 ounces of PayDay. Good girl. So 14 ounces of PayDay for 1 quart. Now I run 10 quarts in my machine. What would that be?
140.
Come on, give me a better mix than that. How many pounds?
12.5.
How many?
8.5.
Man, You see how quick he did that? 12.5 pounds. So when you go to this, now this is a half machine, so we're going to use how much? 6 pounds, right? 6¼ pounds. When you go to the store and you see those giant boxes of PayDays for commercial, you know, or whatever, or if you have a lot of fat kids, this is what you have to look for, the weight of the box, because it's the net weight on the bars. So when you see a box that says net weight 6 pounds, you're there, right? Take them, cut them up, put them in the freezer, grind them up, and there's your formula for PayDay ice cream. When I make Snickers ice cream, I use 6 pounds for half a batch, 12 pounds. Sounds like a lot of Snickers, doesn't it?
Yes.
But when you taste the Snickers or this or Baby Ruth or any of them, you know you got a winner that people are going to come in and ask for. And I tell everybody in my class, don't worry about the cost of ingredients. Don't even consider the cost of ingredients. Use the best ingredients you can, top shelf ingredients. If Walmart made PayDay and called it Quayday, don't use it. Use PayDay ice cream. Use Snickers, not Flickers. Use the real deal. The difference, the profit in this business is out the roof. You're going to make money. If you sell it by the pint, let's say, and you're going to make 60 cents less a pint, which is, you'll never make that much less, who cares? You're going to sell twice as many pints, so don't worry about that. So, the next part of the equation is how much do we have here? What did we say we need for 5 quarts? 6¼ pounds. Let's call it 6 pounds. I don't think we have 6 pounds here, but let's see. Because I didn't bring enough, and Scrooge doesn't supply the ingredients.
It's a good thing you're selling those ninjas because you're going to go broke making ice cream.
Hardly. Okay, we have 2¼, let's call it 2 pounds. So that means we can make 1/3, which is 1/3 of 5 quarts is how much? Oh, you're cheating with a cat. I thought you were smart. How much? 1.6. 1.6? Yeah?
Yeah, 1.6.
All right, so let's call it 2 quarts. Okay? Okay. Yeah. So, and we're going to add the rest of that was left in here and what's in here. So it'll be good. How much?
2.6.
Come on now.
1.6.
2 quarts. 2 quarts of mix. Where's the mix?
Sorry. Didn't know exactly. Gotcha.
2 quarts.
What do you...
There you go.
I'm going to use this.
Good enough. They're going to eat it. That's probably only going to be 1 quart. Oh my. How much is that, Rob? Why, it's 1 quart on the button, isn't it? We need 1 more quart of mix. And of course, we'll just dump this in because it's, no, I can't. Why not? Huh? Double dipping. Good man. If you weren't looking, I would do it.
Yeah, why let it go to waste? What the hell?
Of course. Of course. I'm healthy as a cow.
That's right. That's right.
I got no germs.
Well, the health department.
You got it?
Yeah.
I always suspected he had mad cow disease.
Up to 2 there. You need the carrier.
Yeah, man.
Want me to do it?
No, I got it.
You got to get on the plant floor more.
Yeah, he works at the company. This should be good.
You didn't see him spill a quart of mix this morning.
What do you... I don't even recall what you were talking about.
Yeah, I know you
Right.
don't.
Okay. All right, so here's our... Okay, we're going to add this to the machine. Any questions on how to create what you're making? Ooh, I want to tell you, tough crowd.
Come say hi.
This will also enable you to see what. Yeah, I can't pour that in here, but this dog can run around here.
Even off stage, yeah.
No, that's her friendly.
She's clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I taught her that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Hi, sweetie.
Wait for me.
She's 2.
And now she's
Okay,
a
sweetie.
thoroughly trained police dog.
Yes, she is. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Go, 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 go.
Let's add a little vanilla too. Only because I don't pay for the good stuff here. We have 2 quarts, right, of mix, so we'll add how much? 2 ounces of vanilla. The rest goes in my car. This does smell really good.
Good.
How much was that?
100. Okay, if I can. Oh, you're still working. Sorry.
So, all we have to add now is PayDay. PayDay powder.
You can take it away. We'll put it over there. On top of the freezer.
You can amuse the crowd while I'm doing this.
Okay. While you were all doing that, I had a request for lemon ice. So I whipped up a quick batch, and I have it right here. And as soon as Jeff gets that in, I'll carry this around with some spoons and let you have a taste of that. All I did was throw together some sugar, water, and fresh squeezed lemon juice. And that's how it comes out. It's beautiful stuff. Got that, Jack?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So I'll just wait for Jeff to finish. No, it won't clump inside the machine. And I heard people asking about speed. I gotta tell you, trying to compare machines by speed is absolutely useless to you. I know I publish the speeds of my machines for different products, but they have no correlation to any other machine on the market whatsoever, because every machine has a different size cylinder, size, speed of drive, so it doesn't relate at all. So if you go saying, well, do you have a machine like Emery Thompson that runs at 234 RPM, they're going to look at you like a deer in the headlights, but also it doesn't mean anything. Every other machine on the market is designed for gelato. They run at 50% overrun. With the infinite overrun, we run from 35 up to and including 100%.
Okay.
In the previous video, I saw that you used Mexican vanilla. You still use that? Or you changed?
Andrea, you can answer that.
The camera didn't hear the question.
The question is, say it louder.
In
So.
the previous video, I saw that you
Still not picking up.
Okay. In the previous, I feel like Garrett Morris on Saturday Night Live. In the previous video,
I was just wondering if you still like
do I use Mexican vanilla? Well, the price of vanilla has gone through the roof because of so-called typhoons and cyclones in Madagascar. I don't buy into it.
Neither do the people who make the vanilla.
I think this is just me. It's not Steve talking. It's not anyone else, my opinion is that the ice cream industry is being scammed. The price fluctuations in vanilla, in my opinion, should not be. They have storehouses of this. It comes from the orchid plant. It's made in Mexico, it's made in Madagascar, and it's made in Tahiti. Madagascar, by far, the largest maker of vanilla in the world. And I just don't believe that we should be held hostage as an industry to the price fluctuations in vanilla to go up thousands of %. What you used to be able to buy for $18 is now well over 100. And not them, but the gallon jugs used to be $35 or so. Yesterday you checked and it was over 800. Was it? Who checked? Somebody checked. You checked. Was it? How much was it? How much?
800 a gallon.
800 a gallon. 800 a gallon. I don't buy it. So yes, the answer is I use Mexican vanilla. I like it. It's smooth. I get it shipped to my door.
Where's my vanilla?
And the price is $6 a liter. Enough said. Now you can disagree, of course.
No, I will partially disagree with you. The people who are cheating you, though, are not the suppliers of the vanilla. It's the countries that are making it. Jeff wasn't in the business back in the 70s. I've been doing this since 1969. And it first happened with coffee. People discovered, instead of just a cup of Dunkin' Donuts, that Colombian coffee was really something great. The Colombian growers saw a huge increase in coffee, in demand. They raised the price through the roof. We didn't have Starbucks back then. We didn't have high quality coffees. So all the coffee makers started doing what they do in Louisiana. They added chicory to your coffee. That meant that they used less coffee. The demand for Colombian coffee sunk like someone had burst it with a balloon. Because what looked like a great demand by the Americans all of a sudden just disappeared. Price went down. It's called supply and demand. It's the key to business. Vanilla happened a few years later, same thing. They did have typhoons in Madagascar and they had to raise their price, and they found out, guess what? This works. These Americans will buy anything at any price. And they jacked the price of vanilla back up way high above what it was. Not as high as today, but very high. The Americans responded because we weren't doing all natural back in the late 70s. We responded by using a product called vanillin, which is an artificial vanilla. It's a vanilla derivative, much, much cheaper. The people in Madagascar and in Mexico saw, hey, we're not selling any vanilla. They're buying this vanillin, and the price went back down again. What's happened this time is the same thing. The few suppliers or the few manufacturers or growers of vanilla said, you know what, we can be like OPEC and we can control the price of this stuff. The Americans will pay anything. And they were right this time, because the Americans want everything all natural or organic or pure, and the price has gone up to $500. I use Lockheed Vanilla, which is a family business, and I had a conversation with them, and they have come out with a blend that is an all-natural vanilla. It's not pure vanilla by definition, but it's all-natural vanilla. There's no artificial ingredients in here. Instead of 500, it's 100. And mark it down on your calendar. 2 years from now, a year and a half from now, 3 years from now, you'll see the price of vanilla drop dramatically. Never back to $40 a gallon, but it's going to drop dramatically because the growers are going to say, hey, they're using this blend that doesn't cost as much. Now, there's one more wrinkle to it, because there's no such thing as a simple answer when it comes to food products. To make pure vanilla, you have to use ripened beans from the orchid plant. They have to be completely ripe before you can roast them. Well, other vanilla companies, not Lockheed, have found out that we could take green beans that aren't finished yet, and we can turn them into a vanilla. It won't be a pure vanilla, but we can sell it for far cheaper. So what that has had the net effect of done is the farmer says, hey, I can either go, making up numbers, 6 months until these beans are pure and ready to go, or I can sell them to other vanilla companies after 2 months. They're green, they're not even ready. You've seen bananas that are in the store and they're not anywhere close to being ready. They were picked when they were green in Brazil and shipped up. We're going to buy the beans green at a dirt cheap price and then mark it up because of the cost of vanilla. So now the cost of dirt cheap, unripe green vanilla beans is skyrocketing because people are other companies other than Lockheed are capitalizing on it. So it's not as clear as it first sounded, but yes, it's being manipulated. But it's being manipulated not by the vanilla companies, not by Nielsen Massey, not by Lockheed, but the growers themselves. They see that the Americans will buy anything at any price, and they're going for it. And that's what's happened. I have a larger market share than anybody else in the industry on batch freezers. But am I tripling the cost of the machines? No. They go up minuscule amounts every year, even though supply and demand would say, hey, Steve, you could double the price of these machines like Capajani has, and people will still buy them. Well, they're not still buying Capajanis. They're buying Emery Thompsons because I keep my price fair. I was asked to make a lemon ice, so I put this together real quick. Oh, I froze it in here. I didn't know I could do that. There we go. So I'm going to walk around and give you all a taste of that. Who is the gentleman who asked me to make, I'm going to start in the back because I don't want to run out. So grab a spoon. And this is just a lemon ice that we threw together. Here you go, just take a taste. We threw this together in the kitchen, about 20 minutes ago. We just got some sugar and water, and I had some fresh squeezed lemon juice. Isn't that good? That's what you call all natural. Here you go. Sugar, water, and fresh squeezed lemon juice. You can't use artificial lemon juice. Not the stuff in the supermarket. Those bottles that say real reconstituted. It's disgusting. Either you use an extract and say, I'm going to make a good commercial grade ice, or you fresh squeeze lemons.
Where do you get your fresh squeezed lemons from?
I went to the supermarket and bought them
Squeezing yourself?
last night. I have a little tiny $30 juicer or squeezer. Yeah, maybe it's $20. And it didn't take me long. It was 2 bags of lemons.
Oh, that is cold.
Yeah.
But if we're doing big batches, though, do you suggest still doing that?
If you're buying big batches, you can go to a bakery supply house. The bakers buy their flour and their sugar from a wholesale market, and you can buy 5-gallon pails of fresh squeezed lemon juice with the pulp, and it's delivered.
I remember the video of you having a
And it's delivered refrigerated. How about here? And you can do this with any flavor you want. Oh, you gotta get more than that. Just lemons. Cheapest lemons I could find. Oh, always yellow.
When it holds a peak. So that would stand true for any ice cream at all?
I'll get more than that. I didn't want to run out, but we're to the point now where I got plenty. Luigi's my customer. He never made it this good.
Okay, that's holding the peak, right?
Close. You know better than I do, but
Hey, Jeff, give us a try.
What?
All right, everybody, Jeff's is ready. Take a look.
My bad.
Hey, Sammy. Did you have a good time today?
Really good.
You started, was I correct to know that you bought a machine and actually wired it up in your kitchen in practice?
Well, I didn't wire it up. I had an electrician come in and
Yeah.
I don't do that. All right, you want to try this? It's PayDay ice cream.
Peanut brittle.
No, PayDay is not like peanut brittle.
It looked like it.
There you go. You can go ahead and you can grab
Bowls.
that
Oh.
one that's up there.